Welcome to this channel, and in today's video we'll be looking at how to predict exchange rate, or what we call quote, right? How to predict quote using two theories. All right, what are these theories? The first one is the purchasing power parity. Purchasing power parity has to do with inflation rate, and we're saying that the reason why your spot rate is not the same thing as your forward rate is explained by inflation, meaning that if inflation in country A is higher than country B, it is expected that the currency of country A will actually be depreciating against that of country B. And if you come to the interest rate parity, it follows the same trend, that the country that has the higher interest rate is meant to have its currency depreciated against the other one. All right, and so using this theory, we can actually use it to predict what our forward rate is going to be, right? Now, let's quickly look at a very basic example. All right, we said there are two theories. The first theory is the purchasing power parity. Purchasing power parity, we are simply saying higher inflation rate would definitely lead to depreciation of currency, depreciation of that country's currency. And if you have lower inflation rate, would result in appreciation of currency of the currency of that country. All right, so basically, how do you now use mathematical formula to actually predict forward rates? And according to PPP theory, this PPP theory is same thing as the purchasing power theory that I'm talking about, right? Forward rate equals to spot rate multiplied by 1 plus inflation rate. Inflation rate in country A divided by 1 plus the inflation rate in country B. Simple. So we are saying this is our forward rate sometimes in the future. Spot rate is the current rate now. So we're saying that if I get the inflation rate in country A, get the inflation rate in country B, and I know their current spot rate now, I should be able to predict what their forward rate is going to be using this purchasing power theory. Now the problem now for students writing exams is, how do you determine which of this is your country A and which of this is your country B? And there's no thinking here required. All you need to do is to understand what your spot rate is. Let's say, for instance, example, my spot rate is currently dollar to pounds, let's say it's 1.25. This is my spot rate. And then I'm giving the inflation rate. Inflation rate in USA, let's say, is 10%. And then inflation rate in UK, let's say, is 5% here. These are just hypothetical figures, right? Now, what do I need to do? I need to understand this rate. This rate can be rewritten as dollar over pounds equals to 1.25. The moment you rewrite it this way, it becomes very, very easy. All I need to do here is to look at the currency that is up. The currency up here is dollar. It simply means that in my purchasing power formula, I will put USA here. It means the currency that should be up is USA. The one that should be down is then my UK. And that solves the whole dilemma about which of the countries should be up. And then from this illustration, we can say that our forward rate equals to, what is the spot rate now? 1.25. 1.25 multiplied by 1 plus inflation rate in USA is 10%. 10%. Divided by 1 plus inflation rate in UK is 5%. 1 plus 5%. And then this should give me 1.25 multiplied by 1.1 divided by 1.05. And this should give me the rate. Please remember that in this example, we are assuming that the forward rate we are looking for is 1 year forward rate. For instance, if you are given to calculate forward rate for 3 months, for 6 months, it means that this inflation rate would have to be prorated accordingly. All right? And in that case, we'll have had, divide this one by 12 and multiply by the number of months you're looking for, and that will give you the respective number quote that you're looking for. All right? Or inflation rate required to do your calculation. And in this case, what do we have? If I multiply 1.3095. So it means that my forward rate, 1 year forward rate, equals to dollar to pound 1.3095. Now what has happened? Look at our spot. Our spot was 1.25. Now what is our spot now? Our spot has gone to where? Has increased to 1.3095. Why? What is it saying now is, remember our appreciation and depreciation of currency in the earlier video. We said when you have more quantity of a currency needed for another currency, it means that that currency is said to have depreciated, which simply complies with what we have done so far. We have a spot quote of 1.25 and now it's 1.3095, which means that dollar here has depreciated against the UK pound. Why is that? Simply because the inflation rate in the USA is higher. So the country that has a higher inflation rate would definitely have its currency depreciating against the counterparty. Thank you for watching, and see you again. Our next video will be looking at interest rate parity. Please keep on this channel. Please, if you are just joining us, subscribe and also try to like, comment on our channel, and also share this channel, share this content with people you think may need this content. Thank you once again, and see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.